Hey everybody, Mama tried here. I'll make a little video on my wife's Tahoe 2002 Z71. So the fuel pump went out on her the other day, so as you know, they're in the tank. So here we are with the cut floorboard. Now I know you should drop the tank. I get it, I understand it. But you know, dropping tanks, that's a young man's game. So anyway, Tahoe's got 279,000 miles on it, so just make life easy on yourself. But I saw a bunch of videos on how to do it and all this stuff. Nobody shows cutting the actual hole because, you know, sketchy using the grinder on top of a gas tank. But the reason I'm making this is I was wondering how far it is from the floorboard that you're cutting to the actual lines and stuff. All right, so as you can see, take the seat out, then you mark this off, cut the hole. I just used a 4-inch grinder with a saw with a cutting blade on it. But what I'm going to show you is, all right, so you take this up, there's the hump thing there, there's the seat stud, as you can see. So basically, if you cut 2 inches from this all the way up, and you can see this is a stud that holds the there's a bolt that goes on there that holds like the jack handle and all that stuff for the spare tire. Anyway, so you gotta take that off. But anyway, so 2 inches out, make a line, and then go up to, I guess, right before that stud. And you can see, and there's no need to cut all the way over here, but the lines and everything are literally like 1.75 inches below the floorboard, and then the actual sending unit and everything is about 2.5 inches below the floorboard, which is cool and all. But here's the kicker: this thing is resting against the plate up under here. Now, as you can see, got a little grinder rash there. Luckily, because Jesus loves me and all, it did not cut them wires in there. So they're still in good shape, but it did nick on the outside. So that's really all I was going to show, because the other videos online, I mean, they do a great job of showing you actually how to, you know, swap it out and all, and you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, I guess, if you've done this before. But anyway, I just wanted to make a little video showing that, you know, how far this thing is below the floorboard, because I mean, you can't just be like throw the grinder in there and go down. I mean, you know, and I'm sure there's better ways to do it. I was going to use an air saw, but again, with this thing right up against this floorboard here, I mean, you can see when you cut right in there, it could nick it. So, you know, like I said, just be safe. It's not a good idea. I mean, I don't recommend cutting a hole in your floorboard. You know, I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, if you got one you're just trying to get back on the road, this is the way to go. And it wasn't hard to cut it. I mean, it's just sketchy as hell. Hey, sparks and the top of a gas tank and all. Anyway, all right. And that's it. That's probably it for right now. I'll show you again once I get it in there and get that folded back down. And we'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, well, finally got it in there. Not gonna lie, it took 25 times longer than it should have. But it's in there. She fired right up. So I guess everything's cool. I just gotta do something with this hole in the floor. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, it ain't the best way to do it, but it is a way to do it. And also, I swapped out the fuel filter while I was messing with it. This is the old one. So, of course, this one comes with, you know, the little plastic thing right there. You know, when you take these off of 2002 Tahoe, the line in there that comes off this end has got a metal thing in there. So you have to pull the metal one out or take the plastic one off. You can't use both. And it says you got to have a low profile fuel disconnect to get this off, I just bought a pack of those plastic ones at Harbor Freight for like $2 and took a hacksaw and cut 1/8 of an inch off of it. Worked fine. Stuck a pair of wire strippers behind it and pried it this way and it popped off. Anyway, so there it is. So like I said, you can do it this way. I mean, I guess it is easier than dropping the tank. So just want to let everybody know that them wires are right up against that. So just be safe when you're messing with it, because again, you are grinding with sparks on top of gas. So like I said again, I don't recommend it, but you can do it that way. All right, well, I do appreciate it, and as always, thank you for your time.